this is well seasoned for the chicken, I guess. Now, I went to the local metal supplier and they sell cutoff at scrap prices, which is a great deal. I got this wonderful steel pipe cutoff. Not only is it a thick-walled pipe, but they've milled the inside so that the seam is smooth, which is very nice. And then I bought 2 of these billet cutoffs. One of them I've already press fit into the bottom. It's not welded in because to get the stuff out, I might need to press it all the way out and then reseat it for the next run. But the idea is that basically we're gonna put stuff in there, then put this shit on top. And you can see it's a very tight fit. So like no air or anything is getting around it easily. Put this on top, press it in enough, as basically as far as we can with the press as is, and then put this thing, which is this is also solid steel. All this shit's heavy as hell. On top, and then press it the rest of the way down with this. This is a good idea. Surely nothing will spew out the top. It won't spew out the top. You know why? Because I've modified it just slightly and put one little 5mm diameter hole in the bottom of this. You can see, oh no, you can't see my finger there, but it's right at the bottom of this other plate. So when it presses down, when there's only one way for it to go, it's out of this. It'll all spray out. Well, I've got some bowls. I'll try to catch what sprays out. Because think of the conception here. I was like, oh, I want to hydraulic press things. But there's never any rhyme or reason to just hydraulic press stuff. What if we turn this into a cooking challenge? So, over there, I've got a table. I've got all the stuff to make a chicken parmesan. I think I'm missing some of the ingredients. I'll have to run up and get them. But basically, we're gonna make a chicken parmesan. Pasta, sauce, a little fried chicken cutlet, all the stuff. But with the caveat that every single ingredient has to pass through this hole, or at the very least be hydraulically pressed. And also, we can do it at any step. So, like, technically, we could choose to batter the chicken first and then pass it through, or we could pass it through and then also put the breadcrumbs and shit in here and pass them through, and then batter and fry and whatever. We choose the order. Will the passing happen before or after the cooking? It's whenever we want. The only rule is that if it ends up in the dish, it has to pass through this cylinder, or at least get pressed. Because I can also take the puck out of the bottom and just press it with the top. I've moved the press off to the side here, basically so that I can have a table set up and the hydraulic press set up. We'll be going through between them. How does the bottom come out? It has to be pressed out. I can't, like, push it with my hands. But if I put this on 2 other plates, because I have some other steel plates, if I put the edges of the cylinder on the steel plates and then put this inside and then have it press, it'll push the bottom out. Basically, we need to do that regardless because otherwise the puck would just get stuck after we squeeze all the food through the hole. How does the top come back out? Through the bottom. I thought this through. That's why I didn't weld it in place. Because originally, I was gonna weld this to the top of the cylinder so that it could press. And eventually I probably will, but not for this project. But then I realized that the actual throw of the hydraulic is only like this long. So to press all the way in, you really need to run it in 2 steps. One where it presses the disc in, and then one where you put the spacer on it and press it the rest of the way. And it's a lot easier if you don't have it welded to the top. It's also just easier to get the whole thing through the bottom. Let's switch our camera over here. Now, I'm wearing my best safety sandals right now, and this is one of the only ones where I feel like I probably should wear steel toes. Because I'm kind of afraid one of these things is gonna fall on my foot and break my fucking toe. See if I can fit it on here, though. Hang on, let's jack it down a little bit. See, this is what I have to do the whole damn stream if I don't swap it out. Alright, let's see how that goes. Ooh, I'm jaking it. Ooh, yeah, I'm jaking it. Yeah, so it holds the bottle jack down while I take it off. No pressure on it, it doesn't release much. Okay, the clamps are holding it down. Alright, putting this one just in here, I really hope it doesn't fall out, because it doesn't have any bolt holes to strap it in with. Definitely keeping my feet away from this one. Good, because I'm just dropping the fucking... and release this. There we go. Alright. Seems like it's held in there pretty good. Wouldn't want to go pushing around on it with, like, full force, but, like, it's not going anywhere. It's like WinRAR, but for food. Yeah, except you don't have to pay to use it. Alright, the real question here that we gotta go is, what's going in first? Meat? Meat? No, we can't do the meat first, okay? We have so many other options. Alright, so we're making a chicken parmesan. So that means we have chicken, we have sauce, and we have pasta. I think we should probably cook the pasta first, but maybe that's just me. The tomatoes, we'll be using these diced tomatoes here to cook down into a sauce. These need to pass through. Sauce won't compress well, yeah, but it'll spray out the whole. Alright, let's get all our sauce ingredients in here at once. Can of tomatoes. I say we should also have, a bit of sauce, or a bit of salt, rather. Bit of salt, bit of oregano, and probably a drizzle of olive oil. We'll put the garlic in. We'll do the garlic on a separate run, because I feel like it needs to be crushed and peeled. We'll also want cheese. We'll do that late. We'll do that in a bit, okay? We'll do that after this. Why the whole ass can unopened? It's gonna start drizzling out the hole if I put it in there otherwise. Is this food safe? Nope. I also have this whole fresh tomato, but it's a store-bought tomato, so it's not gonna have a lot of flavor, but, it's about to go bad. I figure we're just gonna throw it in there, too. Alright, hang on. Let me plug in the air compressor, get ready for the sound of it filling its tank up. Now, we're gonna use this to run the hydraulic. No more jacking off! There we go. Alright, hang on a second. Okay, wait, how are we gonna do we lower the whole fucking thing? It's leaking? We made it nice and moist? Let's lower it down one tier. We're figuring out how this is all gonna play out. I'm gonna have to move it back up after it goes, because now it's so far down. Woo! That was the can. Oh shit, it's jizzing tomato. Hey, oh wait. This thing's annoying because it can't all be done on the same, go. I have to keep fucking moving it. The actuation isn't that long. Alright, come on, go in the bowl. Good. We can't lose any. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do it again. I think it works! Dude, it's even got the oregano and shit in there. Yeah, baby. Alright, now we get to press the discs out and see what the fuck is between them. Which should be interesting, to say the least. Let's see if we can get this, if this will press the bottom cylinder out or not. It's bending the damn plate. Y'all don't get it. This needs to work or this shit's gonna be stuck in here forever. Holy shit, look how flat the can is. Dude, look how flat. Look how flat that is. That's awesome. Look what it did to this can. Oh wait, this is the oregano. I was like, what is that? Some of it ended up in the sauce. You know what, we'll count it good enough on that. We got a nicely seasoned piston. We got a high-res Pompompurin and his GF printout. The fact there's like some red in here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's some red in the hole. It's gonna be pretty fucking foul when we put this on here. Alright. We have Pompompurin added to the cylinder. You know, sometimes you guys come up with great gimmicks. What do we want to do next? Add the pasta with the water. This is your strainer. All right. Okay, so we need to cook the pasta then. Let's haul these guys back to their resting place. Once again, it's giving low-budget horror movie vibes, for sure. We'll cook the pasta, then run it through the thing. That's a lot. I don't think we need that much. I don't have my spatula over here. Anyway, let's get this pasta rolling. I think we can get it all in here. There we go. The primary flaw with this system is that the cylinder's too damn tall. It don't need to be this tall. I should have just paid the $5 or whatever at the metal store for them to cut it. I gotta get it lined up right. Oh baby, that one just went in. Let's see how this does. We'll do a run. Oh no! Oh no! Oh shit! My pom-pom dragging a butt across the carpet. If I hold this here, can you guys still see? Uh-oh! Alright, maybe we can't brace it on the bar once it starts actually, like, kicking in the hard hold part of the thing. We'll see how much further it goes. Dude, we basically made spaghetti. Look at that shit. It's like completely a new noodle. Is it green? The cheese? No. It's mozzarella. Proper mozzarella too. We're getting fancy in this bitch. There's like a 1/3 pound of cheese. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I should just do this. I think it's loosened the cylinder up enough. Just what I always wanted was the ability to shape the cheese. Hey, there we go. Look how much easier that was. Ew. Why is it like green? Is it the paint coming off on it? I think we've worn the cylinder down to where it's no longer a pain in the ass to push things through it, which is pretty good. Hang on. You know what we need to do? We need to crush the garlic. So let's do that. We don't need the cylinder for that. That can just be done under these two plates, I think. Let's get our whole head of garlic. Uh-oh. Pompompurin's shitting again. Oh, there we go. It's sliding down on its own. Haha! Yes! We've got it to a point where it just slides in. Oh! Oh! Ew! Why is it fucking brown? Well, now this is well seasoned for the chicken, I guess. Mmm, gray garlic. Excellent. There we go. Ooh, there's the garlic. Perfect. It's just seasoned now? Exactly. Exactly. Think of this like a cast iron skillet, except less food safe. Is it usable? I mean, this one's mostly skin, so no. I think we're gonna use the paste that came out instead. Because this is mostly like the papery skin of the garlic. But I do think it's time to load up the damn chicken. Now it's time for the final one. This one will get fried up first. So, let's get him. Chicken. Chicken. Oh, chicken breast first. And then, typically for a chicken parmesan, you're doing a cutlet that you then bread with you do it with breadcrumbs and egg, but I don't know, we don't got time for all those separate steps, so let's just throw the breadcrumbs straight in with the chicken. And that'll probably be fine. We should probably also throw an egg in. Yeah, this should do it. Can we please have the shell too? I mean, yeah, it'll do the sorting for us. Trust me. And let's start it going. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Oh my god. You can kind of see the breadcrumb parts and the chicken parts. Oh, and the egg is leaking everywhere? That's great. Alright, well, looks like it's time for the cooking part. Alright, cooking show time. Ding 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 ding. It's time to put everything we've learned together into one dish. Let's fry up, and actually, streamer, the oil didn't pass through. Fuck you. We're gonna add a little oil to the pan, because it's gonna be a fight between, you didn't add the oil to the thing, and people who are like, why didn't you oil the pan? Why stick it because you didn't oil the pan? You dumbass, you didn't oil the pan. Recoiling from the chicken squirt? I was jumping, man. That shit shot chicken across the basement. Where the fuck did that go, actually? Okay, there's the hydraulic press. Interpreter, you can see some noodles got by. What is that, you ask? Chicken. Then, way over here, way the fuck over here, more chicken. Oh my gosh, it's all over the tripod. Holy shit, I didn't even notice. I didn't notice it till now. It's literally, it's covering the tripod. Alright, anyway, outstanding work, basically. This looks like the start of a fucked up movie. What are you talking about? Yeah, baby. Need to work up an appetite? Hell yeah, brother. Cooking in sandals? This is the first time someone's mentioned the sandals this stream. Operating a hydraulic press? No problem. Carrying 50-pound blocks of steel? So heavy that by OSHA regulations, it's a 2-person lift in a workplace? Yeah, that's fine. No one says anything. But cooking in sandals? That's where y'all draw the line. So let's get our pasta, which is already cooked, by the way, on here. It's penne pasta, but it looks a little spaghetti-esque. Here, maybe, yeah, there. So the tendrils are on top. And then this will go on that. And then the sauce will get cooked here, and we'll top with the cheese and the hot sauce. All right, it's cooked all the way through. That's good enough. The big gray splotch where it's all just egg and breadcrumb. Excellent. Let's get our garlic that we sent through. It's so white. Yeah, I haven't added, I mean, I don't know why it's so pale, actually. But the rest of it all got pressed through. It was the first thing we did. So don't worry. It's definitely more of a crushed tomato now, for sure. All right, let's pull this guy over. Is the sauce done? I mean, by my own standard, I would simmer this shit for like half an hour, but I think for the standards that we're running here, it's good enough done. It's hot, at the very least. Oh my gosh, it's so watery. It's so watery, it's so not oily, because the oil went everywhere. And then let's top it with our cheese. Let's bring this over to the table so you guys can see what it looks like a little better than it is here. Oh my gosh, dude. Mmm. Hydraulic press meal. That looks delicious. You know, the thing that's the least fucked up on this plate is probably the mozzarella cheese, which is mostly just cheese. It wasn't like pressed with anything or whatever, but it looks the most fucky. Sprinkle a little salt on it. I think a little table side salt's fine here. All right, let's see how this does us. We got a little bit of everything in that one. I'm spitting it out because I felt a crunch. Oh wait, that might just be eggshell. As far as taste goes, this is pretty good, actually. I've had way worse food than this. Just on the stream, but not even just on the stream. The worst restaurant food I've ever had is worse than this. This just tastes like a mid chicken parm. I can't hate, man. Dude, hydraulic press cooking is the future. Oh, look, the cheese is starting to melt under the hot sauce. Oh, okay, wait. Literally every time I take a bite of the chicken, I get crunch. I think it's fucking macerated that eggshell into all the chicken meat. It doesn't look bad. Leave a like and comment if you would or wouldn't eat this, guys. I'm really curious to know. I think Slab should be hung for this. I'm already hung, but the word you're looking for is hanged. Anyway.